Hi, everybody. This is Ms. Fennell here, just explaining a little bit more about today's assignment. If you're looking for more directions, if you're confused on what to do, you can watch this video and I'll explain it more. And if you would like me to read the assignment to you and maybe give you some hints on the answers, I'll do that here as well. So first of all, yesterday it says directions. You worked on completing steps 1 through 3 of the Penny Lab in class this week. Go and find the Penny Lab sheet of paper to help you with the rest of the assignment, and you'll also need a penny. So before you start answering your questions here, you'll need to get a penny and your Penny Lab. All right, so you can pause this video, maybe go get those things, and then come on back and push play again so you can I got people walking by making me laugh, sorry. So you can finish the assignment. All right, so here we are. The first thing says finishing step 4, type your answers in the boxes. So number 1 says explain why you did not have much luck in step 1. Even though most people have seen pennies thousands of times, not one student has ever been able to draw one perfectly in step 1. Why is that? If you think back to step 1, that's the drawing that I had you do. I'll just kind of highlight this is what I'm talking about right now, so you can kind of see. I had you do step 1 where I just had you draw a penny without looking at one at all. Nobody gets that right. The drawings are hilarious. If you look at your sheet that you did in class, your drawing probably wasn't very good. Can you just tell us why do you think that was? We mentioned it in class a couple times. You should be able to just go into your box here and type your answer here. Oh, it's bolding it. If you don't want it in bold, you can, I should put that in the document here. Maybe I'll just do this. I'm going to leave that there and I'm going to put it red so I can kind of see answers. You should type your answer. And if you have a longer answer, you can just hit enter and it will make the boxes bigger or smaller for you, which is kind of nice. All right. Number 2, explain how your drawings got better from step 1 to step 3. What details did you add? So step 3, you actually got to have the penny out while you did your drawings. What details did you add there that made it much better? If you could just type 1 or 2 or 3 things here. I'm going to type your answer here again. We'll leave that in a document for people. What things? Did you notice more things about Abraham Lincoln? Did you notice more of the words in the right place? Did you notice more of the details of the buildings or the shield or things like that? What did you notice in steps 2 and 3 that you didn't have in your first drawing? Okay. Step number 5. Just for fun, this is an optional step. If you don't have the vinegar to do this, you can just skip this step. Just for fun, it says pour a small amount of vinegar in a small cup and add a sprinkle of salt. It's fun if you begin by just dipping half the penny in the vinegar and salt for a few seconds and then look at how it changes. You can do the whole penny if you would like. What did the vinegar and salt do to the penny? If you don't have vinegar and salt at your house, just write skip in the box below. All right. So if you're able to have some vinegar at your house, do that. If you can't, you can just write skip in this one because this one is optional. I should put that there. This is an optional question. All right. Step number 6. Again, if you want to pause the video as you're doing these, you can go ahead and type your answers in your other tab. I would think you could have the video going in one tab and then go back and type your answers as you're going here. Just come back to the video. All right, step 6, part A. I challenge you to make at least 20 direct observations of a penny. You may use scientific tools as available to make your observations, such as rules or balances. 10 of your observations should be qualitative. We'll talk about that means in a second. And 10 should be quantitative. No plagiarizing, meaning no copying, please. You may do more if you want. If you're a student with an IEP, you know who you are, you can just do 5 of each. If you know that you have a case manager who has told you you could reduce work, then that is acceptable. Qualitative, these are verbal observations, things you notice. So very simple penny observations could be the penny is brown, the penny is a circle, the penny has Abe Lincoln on it. Oh, I just gave you 3 you could use right there, all right? Quantitative observations are any kind of observation that has a number, a count, or a measurement in it. So in class, I said you could measure the diameter of a penny. If you don't have a ruler at home at this point, you could just count things on the penny. You could tell us how many letters are on a penny, how many stripes are in the shield, how many wrinkles are in Abe Lincoln's jacket, how many letter L's are on the penny. So you could literally count anything about the penny, any little mundane detail you can think of, and you can just type them again in the boxes here. So once again, you're going to type your answers right in the boxes if you see that. Hopefully that's making sense right now. And then you can actually just use the arrow button. When I push the arrow button, it jumps to the next box. If I hit the tab button, it jumps across. So you can just arrow, if you can use your arrow keys, you can move around those boxes really easily. Last part that might be kind of confusing, I could see where this is confusing for people, is step 6. Observations naturally lead to questions. When we notice things in the world around us, it leads to questions. This is the beginning of doing science. This is what science is all about. What I'd like you to do from above is pick at least 3 of your observations from above, list them, and then add what question you can think of based on that observation. For example, my observation is that there's little bushes on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial if you have that penny. My question would be, what does a picture of that memorial really look like? Are there really bushes on those steps? So oftentimes as we notice things, it leads to questions. So are there things you can notice? So just pick 3 of your observations from above, type the observation here. Another one is there's letters below the shield. If you have a shield penny, you could use this one if you want to. And my question is, what do the letters mean? Another common one, I'm going to delete this after I type it because you can go ahead and type in your own. There's like the phrase e pluribus unum on a penny. What does that mean? So as we notice things, generally we tend to have questions about them. So write down an observation here and then write down a question that comes to mind based on that observation. And sometimes it can be just other things about a penny. If we know the observation is a penny is made of copper, maybe your question is, have pennies always been made out of copper? So just type in an observation above, and then what question does that observation bring to mind? All right. When you finish that, you are done with the assignment and you're done for today. Email me if you have any further questions, and that's it. Have a great day.